Hello and welcome. I'm Steven from saltlampsaustralia.com, and this short information video designed to teach you a little bit more about salt lamps will give you information on making a decision whether one of these salt lamps belongs in your home. Now, some of the history about these salt lamps is that they come from the foothills of northern Pakistan in the base of the Himalayas. So this is Himalayan rock salt. Now, hundreds of years ago, when the miners were digging out the salt to use as trade with other countries, they actually found that the miners were healthier than everyone else in the region. So they decided to carve out some salt caves and put the people that were unwell from the cities and bring them and stick them in these caves for a week. And these people, of course, would have miraculous healing. So they decided about 50 years ago, some bright cookie decided to make lamps out of these things. So they chunked this salt and they put a globe in it and they actually found that they produce what are called negative ions. Now, what happens with the salt, it's called hygroscopic tendency. And what the surface of the salt does is draws in moisture. In fact, all salt does this. You know that if you leave a plate of salt on the table, or if you leave salt in a shaker, it solidifies. And the reason is because it draws the moisture in from the atmosphere. Now, the moisture is drawn to the lamp and it sits on the surface, and because it's warmed by the globe, there's a chemical reaction on the surface of the lamp that evaporates off a negative ion. Now, these negative ions are little molecules that are negatively charged, and dust is positively charged, and they are attracted to each other, rendering the positively charged dust particle too heavy to stay airborne, so it drops to the floor. So all of the dust that normally would be floating around in the air that you're breathing in is actually dropped to the floor, which is good because you want clear air, but you still need to clean the dust off your floor. The other recent discovery is that these lamps put off some sort of salt vapor, and this salt vapor has some sort of curative effect when you breathe it into your body. Science hasn't really discovered why this works or how this works, but as soon as that research becomes available, we'll have it available on our website, because I'm constantly searching for science to validate the authenticity of the healing effect of these properties of these lamps. So that's a bit of the history, and what we've found is people with asthma, with COPD, with allergies, with all sorts of lung conditions somehow have a healing benefit by having these lamps in the vicinity. There's no hard science to back that up, as I mentioned before, but it just works. So I'm sure that if you speak to somebody that you know that has a salt lamp, they'll say that they feel better. They don't know how, but they feel better. Now, some of the size ranges. You can see here we're going small through to larger. This is a 2 to 3 kilo lamp, a 3 to 4 kilo lamp, a 4 to 6 kilo lamp, a 6 to 8 kilo lamp, an 8 to 10 kilo lamp, and a 10 to 12 kilo lamp. Now, here's a coffee cup, just so as you can see the size comparison, so you can get a sense of perspective. Now, a 2 to 3 kilo lamp is fantastic for a small bedroom, children's bedroom. A 3 to 4 kilo lamp is for a slightly larger bedroom. A 4 to 6 kilo lamp is sort of like for a kitchen or bathroom, something like that, where there's a lot of movement of energy, a lot of flow, so it needs a lot of ions to be produced. Then a 6 to 8, this one here is more for like a lounge room or a very small lounge room. Obviously a lounge room and then office lounge room size. So really what you do is you choose the size of lamp that is in keeping with the size of the room, the volume of the room. So the larger the volume room, the more surface area you require from the salt lamp, so there's more surface area producing ions. So a small lamp will produce a small amount of ions because of its surface space. A large lamp will produce a lot of ions because it's got a larger space. So just get the lamp that is in accordance with the room volume, and that's all listed on the website, as you'll see. We also have shapes. We have pyramids, we have abundance bowls, and we have the spheres, and we also call them planets as well, but they're basically salt lamps. And these produce negative ions also, but they give you a nice looking lamp in your home, something with a bit of a feature that you can have when people come along to visit. So other little bits and pieces that you need to know are really listed on our free information sheet. So if you download our free information sheet, that'll give you ideas on how to keep the lamps clean, what happens if your bulbs keep popping. There's reasons that happens, so basically read up on the information sheet and that'll answer any other questions. If there's questions that I haven't answered here or that is not in the information sheet or is not on our website, please pop me an email and ask the question, and I'll do the best that I can to answer the question. If I can't answer it straight away, I'll find out and I'll get back to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick informational video from saltlampsaustralia.com. Hope to see you very soon, and I really hope that you purchase one of our lamps so you can enjoy the health benefits for yourself as well. Thanks.